We need to talk about Benjamin Mendy. We need to talk about Benjamin Mendy. All right, so Ben Mendy has been cleared. This one now, no be say the girls then drop charges or anything. This one, he has been declared, and the judgment is not guilty of all the 10 charges. So first of all, I think earlier on they cleared him of 3, then this recent one. I be 7, then 3, or 3, then 7.
No, 3 anyway, then 2.
3, then 2.
Yeah, there were 5 in total, I think.
At first now. At first. So anyways, the total, everything, they don't clear him up. They don't tell him, say, okay, you're not guilty of anything here. And I don't know when he came out of court, I don't know whether I see that video.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Football Daily, I be where the guy come from, the full arm up with mic and everything. And then he just said, Alhamdulillah. And then that was the only thing he said. After, he was in tears basically. But this thing has been going on for about 2 years now. So the best part, let's just say, the best part of his peak years are gone just like that.
Yeah.
And I know how many times we don't sit down for this table talk about how these our brothers waiting for Europe, they need to be careful, and then this kind of orientations they on. So anyways, he's free now, and I don't know how the contract and the salaries that he has missed out on is supposed to go from now. And I don't know if anybody will really want to lay their hands on him, because we all know the kind of player we be.
Yeah.
And there's 1 or 2 injuries we get the beginning period for Manchester City. Everybody would appreciate that he was one of the best left backs in the world at the time before this problem. So he's free now. We don't know if Man City will continue with it. We don't know if he will go back to wherever and then continue his football. But one thing is for sure, he should continue because he has qualities, and I wish him well, basically, whatever decision he makes. But I don't really know. Kitan, wait, I want to ask you now. These you're in charge, or let me just say you're part of some academies in Nigeria that brought some prominent
players.
Names. I don't know if you will be okay mentioning those names.
No need.
Okay. But Kitan name, they decide he gets boys everywhere for Super Eagles.
I be lawyer now, and I
exactly.
But one of them na Terry Murphy. Another one. Different players.
Yeah.
So if you want to start academy, you come meet me. I go show you the way now.
Fine. So you don't hear now him be part of the way they behind Terry Murphy. So basically, because this gift urban, not gift urban. This Akinkumi and my own that happened recently too, and all that. I think I saw your comment on one of our pages where we were talking. So I want to just ask you directly. Do you have, or do the academies you're involved in have this kind of sexual orientation, 1 or 2 teachings and all that before players, leave the country? And how do people go about this kind of sensitization and, education of these players? Because I don't know what is the norm here. It's definitely not the norm outside this country and all that. So just let us know.
Well, you're making a very, very valid point. The fact is that, some of the academy I'm closest to, the one in Lagos, Click Sports.
Yeah.
Children are as young as 5 that join, and then up till about 21. So you can't leave Nigeria until you're about 17, 18, because FIFA says you must be 18 to sign a professional contract.
Yeah.
The typical 18-year-old leaving Nigeria, a person who just finished JAM, somebody that is hungry for his first chance.
Yeah.
His first deal is normally next to nothing, maybe 1,000 euros.
Per week?
Humble thing. Per month even.
Per month, okay, yeah.
Huh? Per week? Per month.
Per month,
You understand? So your first deals when you're coming from Nigeria or Ghana or somewhere like that, it's not much. So when you prove yourself after the first year, then they'll offer you a renewal. Then you can now step up.
Yeah.
So, girls are not really the priority of that orientation typically. But clearly,
it's becoming an issue.
It is definitely a big issue. Clearly, it's something because they're already men, they're young men, and then the money just comes
from nowhere.
So it's anybody can be influenced by that kind of money and that kind of attention. It's not just the money, attention, social media, everything. And you're a young man, and then they're influencing you this way, influencing you that way. So they're in. Many people can't really identify or pity them because most of us are working very hard for our money every day.
That's the
and somebody is giving you 20,000 in a week for just playing football.
You're going to lose guard,
Exactly. So people are like, well, what are these boys doing? So really, managers, academies. This point you made, not serious point. Academies now, from when they are going.
Yeah.
Most of the boys leaving Nigeria, typically they are holding God tight because for you to make it.
Yes, you know how difficult it is already.
Exactly. So, but we can't leave it to chance anymore. It's something that
it needs to be addressed.
Definitely. Even to the FA level, the Nigerian Football Federation and the state football federations, when players are leaving the country, we need to start coming up with things to at least give them a small orientation on what they expect. They're going to represent Nigeria. This is what we expect from you.
Nice one. And what did I think of the case?
I want to hear from Kitan about the Mendy case first.
Okay. So what do you think on this matter now?
After going through it, it looked very bad in the beginning. I think some of them were Unyibo girls, from what I was reading. And the allegations were like he was a rapist and he was,
Yeah.
And the beauty about being in a system where you will get a fair hearing, meaning no matter what you say, we'll go somewhere.
You're innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, and we'll go before a court that is neither you or me, and the person would actually hear what happened. And both of them have lawyers. Believe me, the racism in this Europe is still there. So if a black man does or commits an offense, definitely, if he committed an offense and there's evidence, they will punish you.
Of course.
Your money will not save you.
Yeah.
So for them to have looked at it, they wanted to acquit him the first time round with the first cases. But their prosecution argued that there are these two other girls that it wasn't so clear. So there was about 5 of them. They were like, no, this boy should, they should let this boy go. This is not. But they argued it enough that
so they still wanted to drag it. They dragged it. Be very sure.
Yes, that there's these 2 girls. There's still something a bit cloudy there that they want to look at it, and it took almost 2 years. And in that 2 years, I don't think he had no liberty. He was in prison.
Yeah.
So now that they've let him go, clearly the court is saying he's innocent. But forever there will be people that always look at it with one kind eye.
Yes, some people who want to just
associate,
touch that kind of baggage. And another thing, I want to know what you think about this one too, because I saw this comment like 1 million times, not just from like males, by the way, from females as well, talking about, even I think Memphis Depay brought it up too. He was the one that really spoke really loud. But I saw this in comment sections everywhere we posted it, where many people be the talk say, okay, so do the girls just go like that?
Wow.
After wrongly accusing this guy, after making him miss out on 2 years of his life, missing out on Champions League, and everything he has missed out on trophy-wise, and then personally to what he could have achieved, and so they will just continue with their lives, and then there's no penalty for them and everything. So Memphis even talked about who is protecting the athletes. The comments were more of saying, okay, so now what's the punishment for the wrongful accusation and all that?
Very important
in terms of damages. So
the truth is that the way the law is structured now is to more or less protect women as much as possible.
Exactly.
And you have to understand, men are the stronger sex. But when you look at it, the damage that these girls have done is irreparable.
Yeah.
If Mendy had gone to the World Cup, maybe France would be World Cup champion.
Yeah.
Maybe Mendy would be a Champions League winner. Maybe be part of the treble. How can you pay him back? Do they even have any money?
He's gone.
The girls, how much money do they have? Because Mendy is a target because he's a millionaire.
Of course.
And he's young and, they can...
And he's black.
And he's black. And he's black because the whole system will first look at you as guilty. First, until you clear yourself. So it's very sad. I don't think that girl can, or those girls can ever really make any kind of... We've not even heard anything from them. I don't think there's any apology. I don't,
Nothing.
There's nothing.
Go
so
like that.
It's up to footballers to be extra careful. Well, when I was growing up, Nigerian players used to marry in the first year when they travel.
As in, just lock down first.
If they sign this year, by the next year, they don't send for a wife. They don't marry wife.
Sharp.
So I don't know.
Bride importation.
Come to me. Now, this thing just diverts me since everly the news come up. You get, because just like us, he don't talk now. Info possibly follow France win the World Cup. That one I won. The Champions League with Manchester City, the league, the Carabao Cup and all. Now, the if the law they protect more of the women, no be for this kind case, because 2 years no be 2 months, 2 years no be 2 hours. You know, there has to be a solution in which if he's not found guilty, so waiting now. What's up now?
Waiting go face on her now.
Which option you get?
Because now he actually has something huge to lose with the lost time.
Plenty.
But them, they don't get anything to lose. You understand? Now they'll continue their life not guilty. Even if he was guilty, nobody knows their faces, plus or minus. The people that know their faces won't.
Because they're protected. They protect them as victims.
You understand? So, in as much as we understand how sensitive these matters can be, but surely we have to get to a point where before you push such allegation, somebody will say, "Are you sure?
You must be at
This
least.
is what will happen. Oh, if
Exactly.
he's found, if he's not guilty for this, you personally, you will do what do they call this? The public, where you go and pick this debt or public service. What do they call it? Something.
The law is even stronger than that. So if he wanted, because this happened in England, if he wanted to file against these girls for malicious prosecution,
Defamation, maybe stuff like that.
that's a different one. Defamation and things like that are civil cases.
Okay.
So for you to file in a civil court, the person needs to have some money.
Koro, this is your senior colleague. Please, I hope you are somewhere listening.
You understand? So if you are dealing with one girl from around the corner that doesn't have any money, it doesn't make sense. But criminally, there are laws against people intentionally putting you in prison, knowing that they're lying. So if he really wants, because he has the money, if he really wants to pursue it, he can.
Okay, so it's all in his hand, and he's the one that can now say, okay,
Yes.
but what did the counter suit? I'll be something like
But this thing a jam question, because as his lawyer, if he was asking me that should I pursue these girls, I would say no.
just move.
Because don't let this thing stay in you more.
Just continue.
Just start, you know?
True.
Because you gain nothing.
The funny thing about this Mendy one, see, I just like the guy reaction after coming out from that court and people they try interview him. Yeah, waiting.
What does Alhamdulillah mean?
Be like now God kind of.
God is great. God is great.
Something like that. So like. He knows say nothing go happen again.
Yeah.
He knows say nothing go happen. That's why everything where they don't do, they don't accuse him now. He don't lose everything when he lose. And those girls now, I'm not sure say they will lose anything for their life because they will just set them free. Say okay, man, I'll just go. But now he don't spend that 2 years in prison. Instead of them now to say okay, we're not found and guilty. All these girls now, you guys need to go to prison because yes,
the same 2 years.
of course, you guys accuse him.
At least something like that.
If they do something like maybe business or something, then too they go feel the pain. Like for that 2 years in their prison, they go lose something.
Yeah.
You understand? Because this guy now is somebody we know they can't make that way for don't wear for a neck by now. 3 Premier League straight and now plus treble this season. You know they can't see where this guy now for don't achieve for his life.
And maybe now him for that place defend that goal where Messi score, maybe France for win back-to-back World Cup or something.
That kind
no,
of
we don't know now. We don't know.
That kind
There is a world where him play that World Cup, France win. It's not this world.
that kind of a thing. So for me, like, if they know they do it before, like they know they set any law in terms of
they should
they're not
maybe
found
they
guilty.
should so that before you push that kind of case, because now the feeling I say if you push the case you don't lose anything.
Yes,
That's the number. So if you know say maybe if the person spend
That consequences.
let there be consequences by default where the person no need to put emotion.
Because
you understand? Because your own I say you don't give the person the consequence by default by maybe once you push that kind of allegation now. Time in prison and all that, the person is losing actively. But you now you need to know say okay, they need to balance. She be Lord now the blind woman with the two this thing where she they
Balance the scale.
So if Mendy has lost 2 years of his life, XXX amount of revenue, balance it. There should be some loss on the other side too.
because if you check her now, like man say maybe 7 of those girls will come out see this one. But if one of them now just come out for the first time see Mendy accused of rape or something like maybe now only that one and she knows rules day maybe now that one for just be there that one finish but like they keep on coming up like if some of them know say rules day we go say guy man no go put myself for this at the end of the day I don't go achieve anything I can't carry myself go prison you understand that kind of thing. So for me if they say rules day all these girls for not come out plenty like this some of them for even hide their face they don't want even put stain for their face or something because at the end of the day your pictures have go there everywhere to say you too you like
your own day
you understand that kind of thing. So for me, they just feel sorry for the guy, and you see the guy cry when they cry. They try
Oh
to-
boy,
the
see
guy
for
just-
man.
I want to say something too. This is not speculation,
Yeah.
because I don't know the facts. But in this kind of cases, typically where one of you is a celebrity, you are some girl on the street, nobody.
Yeah.
They have two incentives. The first one is to accuse and get popular, enter social media.
That's number one, yes.
The second incentive is that if they go to the extent that they convict him, you can sue him in a civil court and get money too.
That is apart from the conviction.
Yes, because if they've convicted you, that means that you are guilty. Because
guilty.
the how should I say this so that everybody can follow? If you want to convict somebody in a criminal case, you need to do that proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Where the
So it needs to be
jury,
very, very
everybody-
clear.
Yeah.
So if you are proving somebody guilty in a criminal court and he's guilty, the one for civil is just balance of probability. If I want to get something from you in a civil court,
Yeah.
it's just 50% balance of probability. If
So
they
if
look
they
at it as
convict
possible,
you-
they will give you the money. So if they convict you, almost automatically you will win
You
in
get-
the civil. So there's too much incentive for these people to be telling lies.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm assuming that they're lying since the court has now.
Has a strike
Since the court has now
Now
let him go.
it is well, Mendy. Alhamdulillah, indeed. You go better, inshallah.
You go better.
And you will get back on your feet. They say everything, there's a reason for everything. Everything happens for a reason. And at the same time, too, they say tough times don't last, but tough peoples do. We can go on and on, but last, I just hope somehow he's able to make up for lost time and let him just as a man, you know. You get with my mother, they always talk when something not obviously lost for the house. So my mother could say there shall be no loss, there shall be no loss. So there shall be no loss for you and Benjamin Mendy. All the best, or Benjamin, how the French
Way
people
forward
pronounce it.
now.
It is well, my brother. Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I beg, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.